To Alien Space Education. My name is Andy. I'm your host. I'm from Space for All Education, and this broadcast today is all about Jupiter, the king of planets, the heart of where we are. Great planet, lots to learn. We start off with the very basics. So we start off with the fifth planet from the Sun, a behemoth in the solar system. Its diameter is about 88,864 miles. That's 11 times the size of the Earth. Makes it the largest planet of our solar system. In fact, Jupiter is so massive that it contains more than twice the material of all the other planets combined. One of the most striking things about Jupiter is that it is a gas giant. Unlike Earth, which is a solid surface, Jupiter is composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, similar to the Sun. Its atmosphere is a swirling mix of gases, creating a colourful band of massive storm that we can see from Earth. So you got all these gases, and as you know, gases have different colours, and all these gases combine and mix, and they have different colours. If you look at Jupiter, you'll see it's got a lot of bright rings. Jupiter is also spinning extremely fast. It rotates every 10 hours. So that means it's going to have some really, really strong winds, intense weather patterns. The rotation causes the planet to bulge at the equator, giving it an oblate shape, similar to what Earth is. Earth isn't perfectly round. It's a little bit squishy. So is Jupiter. Jupiter's strong gravitational pull, because it's so big and so heavy, made it a dominant force in the solar system, influencing the orbits of the other planets, protecting the inner solar system from potential comet impacts by pulling them into its orbit and firing or flinging them away. So Jupiter is crucial to life on Earth. It protects us in a small way just by altering things. And if you actually look at Jupiter and the Sun, you'll see that Jupiter actually makes the Sun wobble a little bit. So Jupiter has a great force and everything like that. It's hugely impacted in the solar system. And it's so heavy, if you put it in a bath of water, it would actually sink. So even though it's big, it's heavy. One of the most iconic features of Jupiter is it has a giant red spot, a colossal storm that's been raging for at least 350 years. Wow, that's a long time to be in a storm. The massive storm is so large it could fit 2 to 3 Earths within its boundaries. The Great Red Spot is a high-pressure region in Jupiter's atmosphere, and its reddish colour is thought to cause a complex chemical reactions with ultraviolet light from the Sun. So you've got to think the Sun's light is still reaching Jupiter. It takes a little bit longer, but it gets there. And causes the colours to change, because you got to think the hydrogen and helium are spinning around so fast with the winds and everything like that. Jupiter's spinning super fast. The colour reflects, and how we see that colour tells us what it is. But the giant spot is just one of many storms on Jupiter. The planet's atmosphere is a turbulent mix of cyclones and anticyclones, some of which can reach a size larger than Earth itself. These storms are fueled by Jupiter's internal heat, which drives convection into the atmosphere, creating powerful winds that can reach speeds of over 400 miles an hour. Wow! You don't want to get caught in that. You'll be blown away. You'll be flying like a kite. Not good. In addition to the Great Red Spots, Jupiter's atmosphere has characteristics by its colourful cloud of bands. These bands are divided into zones and belts, with the lighter zones consisting of rising clouds of ammonia ice and darker belts of descending clouds. The interaction between these zones and belts creates stunning patterns we can see when we look at Jupiter through a telescope. So you've got to think, you've got to get a telescope, you've got to look at these. If not, look at the pictures online. You'll see how they are. But now you know a little bit about why they're different colours. And it'd be interesting to see what you think what patterns you can make. So the past and the present missions to Jupiter. Our understanding of Jupiter has come a long way, thanks to a large part of spacecraft that have ventured to this distant planet. The first close-up images were taken by NASA's Pioneer 10 and 11 mission in 1970. These spacecraft provided first detailed views of Jupiter's atmosphere and magnetic sphere, laying the groundwork for future exploration. Back in the 70s was when we got those first images. In the 1970s, that's 70 years ago, and we're still learning today. In 1979, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 provided more stunning images of Jupiter's moons and its ring system. Yes, Jupiter does have rings, a complexity that had never been seen before. These missions also gave us the first close-up view of Jupiter's giant red spot and some other storms that may have gone by now, may still be there, depending on which way you look. More recent NASA's Juno mission, which arrived at Jupiter in 2016. So you got to think, we went in 1979 and we've only just gone back in 2016. That's a long time, only looking through a telescope to learn. So it's a long time, so we need to do more. Has provided us with unprecedented data about the planet's interior structure, magnetic field, polar regions. Juno's unique orbit allowed us to get closer to Jupiter than any other spacecraft, giving us a new perspective of the gas giant. It's only because we went back there with this new satellite that we had a look, and we got a lot more data. We've still got a lot to learn, but we've got a lot more data that we'd never got before. Juno also captures stunning images of Jupiter's poles, reading swirling patterns or cyclones that are unlike anything we've seen anywhere else in the solar system. You've got to look at the images of these. They're amazing. The data from Juno is helping scientists understand not only Jupiter's atmosphere, but also the formation and evolution of the gas giant in general. By studying the gas, by studying its patterns, by looking at how they mix, how they get light, how they get dark, how they rise, how they fall, we understand the planet better. Only by doing these missions do we understand, so it's highly important. Jupiter's impact on the solar system also is really important to study. Jupiter is more than a massive planet. It plays a crucial role in the dynamic of the solar system. Its strong gravitational field has a shape that orbits the other planets and moons. It continues to protect the Earth by deflecting potential asteroids and comet impacts. So yes, sometimes some do get through. Look at the dinosaurs. Yeah, too big to deflect it. But others it has. So it's always helping us in some way or another. We also continue to explore Jupiter. We're not just learning about it, this distant planet. We're gaining insight into the formation of our solar system and the process that governed the universe. Jupiter's influence extends beyond its own orbit, making it a key player in the story of the cosmic neighborhood. We really need to understand it. So also, how does it impact the Oort cloud? How does it impact the Kuiper belt? What else does it impact? At the minute, we're only looking at Earth, but it impacts a lot of other things. So there's still a lot we need to learn. Now, I mentioned earlier, Jupiter has rings. They're dark. Just Saturn's rings are ice, so we can see it because it reflects light. Jupiter's rings are dark. They're black. It's solid rock. We're not sure on full details of it. We're still learning. So keep watching out for news on Jupiter. There's going to be a lot more information coming about it. But I strongly suggest you look at the images on Google or whatever internet searching bar you've got. Look at images from NASA about Jupiter. They are fascinating, and see what patterns you can make out of them. See what you can learn. You'll see there's regular patterns that commonly occur from storms that are forming in certain regions that often cause certain swells and patterns that are unlike anything you've ever seen before. They're amazing. They're beautiful. Jupiter is the king of planets for a reason. Look into it. That's all for today. Thank you.